Hello friends, today we shall discuss creditors turnover ratio. This is also known as payables turnover ratio. Firms normally purchase the majority of their goods on credit to prevent immediate cash outflow. To get credit, every firm has to prove its solvency by keeping good track record of profitability, liquidity and prompt payment. Here, on credit means without paying money, and purchases made by the firm without paying money in full at the time of purchase are known as credit purchases. And for firms, those sellers from whom goods are purchased without paying money in full at the time of purchase become short term creditors or accounts payable. Creditors include trade creditors and bills payable. Trade creditors are organizations to whom firm owes money. Please note that while considering the amount of trade creditors, reserve for discount on creditors should not be deducted. Otherwise, it will show misleading results. Bills payable are purchase bills for which firms has to pay money in future. Ratio establishes relationship between net credit purchases and average creditors. Net credit purchases are equal to total purchases less purchase returns less cash purchases, and average creditors are equal to opening creditors plus closing creditors divided by 2. Ratio is calculated by dividing net credit purchases by average creditors. It is usually expressed in times and it plays very important role in measuring the liquidity. Now while calculating this ratio, if credit purchases are not readily available, then we can take net purchases or cost of goods sold in the numerator depending on the information available. And in the absence of opening creditors, instead of average creditors, we can directly take closing creditors in the denominator. Let us now apply this formula with the help of one question. Question is, calculate the creditors turnover ratio and average payment period from the following information. Total purchases rupees 2,70,000, purchase returns rupees 15,000 and cash purchase rupees 55,000. Then we have opening and closing data available for sundry creditors, bills payable and reserve for discount on creditors. Here information given about reserve for discount on creditors is of no use, so ignore. Now to calculate creditors turnover ratio, first we need to calculate net credit purchases. Therefore, net credit purchases are rupees 2,70,000 minus rupees 15,000 minus rupees 55,000, that is rupees 2 lakhs. And average creditors are opening creditors plus closing creditors plus opening bills payable plus closing bills payable divided by 2, that is rupees 18,000 plus rupees 54,000 plus rupees 7,000 plus rupees 21,000 divided by 2. Therefore, average creditors are rupees 50,000 and creditors turnover ratio is equal to rupees 2 lakh divided by rupees 50,000. This comes to 4 times. This means creditors get paid 4 times in a year. Now to calculate the average payment period, let us apply the formula of creditors velocity. It can be calculated by dividing number of days or months or weeks in a year by creditors turnover ratio. In days, period is 360 days divided by 4 times, that is 90 days. In months, it is 12 months divided by 4 times, that is 3 months. And in weeks, it is 52 weeks divided by 4 times, that is 13 weeks. This means creditors get paid after 90 days or 3 months or 13 weeks during the year. We can also calculate collection period directly without knowing creditors turnover ratio by using this formula. Average creditors into days or months or weeks in a year divided by net credit purchases. Let us see calculation in days. It is rupees 50,000 into 360 days divided by rupees 2 lakh. This comes to 90 days. Let us now see objective and standard of this ratio. We know that to achieve the balance between cash in hand and keeping your creditors happy requires efficiency. Therefore, objective of this ratio is to measure the efficiency and speed with which the creditors are managed and paid. This means ratio evaluates the speed with which creditors are paid during the year. Ratio also indicates the period of credit allowed by creditors, and it also examines how efficiently creditors are managed by the firm. Normally, investors use this ratio to check whether a firm has adequate cash balance to meet its short term debts, and suppliers use it to decide whether to extend a line of credit to a firm. And there is no standard or ideal set for this ratio. Standard varies industry wise. It can be decided by comparing a firm's ratio with its past ratios or with a ratio of other firms in the same industry or with industry norms. In general, higher ratio shows good cash flow position and credit rating. Therefore, those firms trying to enhance their credit rating always try to achieve the highest possible ratio. Highly creditworthy firms can enjoy benefits of lower ratio, that is, longer credit periods, which in turn helps in maintaining good cash positions. Now understand how to interpret this ratio. While interpreting this ratio, we should talk about two things. First, how efficiently a firm has managed its creditors, and second, how efficiently a firm has paid money to creditors on time. Now, if the ratio is low, it indicates that the suppliers has allowed a long credit period, and that can be the result of suppliers' liberal credit policy, or a firm might have managed efficiently to bargain favorable payment terms with its creditors because of good track record. It also indicates that firm is paying its suppliers at slow speed because it is using more cash in business, or the firm may be financially weak and facing a problem of cash flow. This shows low liquidity position of a firm. Therefore, such firms will not be able to get goods on credit in future. Low ratio also shows that majority of purchase is done on credit basis, resulting in less working capital. Although from the point of view of the firm, low ratio is preferable, from supplier's point of view, standard or bit higher than standard ratio is considered as appropriate or better. It is considered as an excellent sign of short term liquidity. It indicates that firm is able to pay its suppliers at a fast speed, as firm has adequate cash balance available to pay its short term debts on time. It also indicates appropriate credit period allowed to the firm. Appropriate ratio helps firms to establish good relationships with suppliers, and such firms can also enjoy benefits of discounts offered for prompt payment. High ratio shows that the firm is managing its short term creditors and cash flow effectively. But if firm's ratio is too high, it is not good for the firm, as it indicates that the credit period allowed by suppliers is very less because of a bad track record or less bargaining efficiency of the firm. It also shows that the firm is not able to manage its cash properly. It shows that the majority of purchase is done on cash basis, which in turn increases working capital. Such firms may face the problem of a less income and poor development in future. It also shows that firm is using maximum cash for payments and not investing back into the business. Let us understand suggestions of the ratio with one example. Interpret and give suggestions from the following information about creditors turnover ratio. Industry norm is 6 times, firm's ratio is 4 times. We can see that the firm's ratio of 4 times is less than industry norm 6 times. It is 2/3 of the required ratio. This means as per industry norms, creditors should be paid on 60th day, but the firm is paying on 90th day. This indicates that the firm's ratio is low. Low ratio shows that firm is purchasing majority of goods on credit basis. It also shows that firm is financially weak or facing problem of low cash flow, or it might be using more cash in business. This displays low liquidity position of a firm. Therefore, such firm will not be able to get goods on credit in future. Overall, it indicates that the firm is not managing its creditors efficiently. Therefore, suggestions are: if firm is not facing any cash flow problems, then firm should try to pay bills on time. Firm can also take advantage of prompt payment discount by purchasing on cash basis. And if firm is facing problem of cash flows, then firm has to reduce its purchase quantity by looking into its inventory turnover ratio, and firm can offer prompt payment discounts to debtors. Okay friends, now from next lecture we shall focus on profitability ratios. Till then, take care, study well and keep smiling. Thank you.